Ever wonder why modern truck engines just seem to be failing a lot, sooner than they used to, right? It's a question a ton of owners are asking, and today we're going to dig into the answer. It's a story about calculated risks, hidden information, and what some people are calling an engineered expiration date.
I mean, think about it. It feels like every couple of years, automakers are rolling out some revolutionary new engine. But hang on. If the old ones were so great and reliable, why the constant need to replace them? Is it really all about progress and better MPG? Or is there something else going on under the hood?
Well, here's the big, provocative idea from our source material. Get this, an engine that lasts too long is actually bad for business. You know, a business that's built on selling you a new truck every few years and keeping those service bays busy. It's a pretty cynical take, for sure, but the evidence we're about to look at, well, it's pretty compelling.
Okay, so to really unpack this, we need to look for a pattern. Let's dive into a few really common, high-profile engines and stack up what the flashy marketing brochures promised against the often expensive reality that owners had to deal with.
Let's start with a big one, the Ford EcoBoost. Remember when it came out in 2011? It was hailed as a total revolution. You get more power, better fuel economy, the whole shebang. But you know, what wasn't in the ads were the internal documents that showed Ford knew about potential problems. They knew about carbon buildup that could choke the engine's performance. They knew about condensation in the intercooler that could make it stumble. And for a lot of owners, this revolution ended up being a $3,000 turbo replacement right after the warranty ran out.
And hey, this isn't just a Ford thing. Not at all. Let's look at GM's super popular 5.3-liter V8. It had this tech called active fuel management, which was supposed to shut down a few cylinders on the highway to save you gas. A great promise, right? Better MPG? But the reality for way too many people was a serious oil consumption problem. Turns out the tech was causing extra wear and tear on internal parts like the lifters and piston rings. It got so bad that it actually led to class action lawsuits.
So you see it, right? A pattern is starting to emerge. The big question is, why? How does a known engineering problem consistently end up becoming the owner's financial headache? Well, the argument here is that it's not an accident. It's a calculated business strategy.
And this right here is a key part of that strategy, the Technical Service Bulletin, or TSB. So when GM knew its engines were burning oil, it sent out a TSB. It's basically an internal memo to dealers on how to fix a known issue. But here's the crucial part you got to understand. A TSB is not a recall. The company admits the problem to their own dealers, but they have zero legal obligation to tell you, the owner, about it.
And that brings us to the warranty. We all think of it as this shield, right? A promise of quality. But what we're learning here is that that's just a big misunderstanding. The warranty isn't really there to protect you. It's a financial tool. It's just a line in the sand that spells out the exact limit of the company's financial responsibility. 1 mile over that line, and the problem is all yours.
So this is how it works behind the curtain. This is the launch calculation. First, they design a new engine. Internal testing then shows some weaknesses, but, and this is the key, they're weaknesses that will probably only show up after the warranty expires. The engineers flag it, but then it gets kicked over to the product team. And they do the cold hard math. Is it cheaper to redesign the part now, or just launch it and deal with the small number of failures that'll happen under warranty? If the math says it's cheaper to launch, well, that's what they do. The engine gets approved, flaws and all.
And let's be crystal clear about this. This is not some old story from a decade ago. This exact pattern is alive and well in the brand new trucks sitting on dealership lots as we speak, right now. Just look at this list. The current Ford 3.5-liter EcoBoost, it's got known issues with timing chains. The new GM 2.7-liter turbo, already seeing reports of oil dilution. And the Ram 3.6-liter Pentastar has known oil leaks and rocker arm failures. And for all of these, the manufacturers have acknowledged the problems quietly through those internal TSBs, not recalls.
So what's the bottom line? What's the cost to you? $4,200. That's the average out-of-pocket repair bill for these common failures once your warranty is up. A cost, by the way, that the manufacturer probably factored in before that truck was even built.
Okay, that was a lot of bad news, I get it. But information is power, right? So how do you actually defend yourself from all this? Well, the good news is there's a concrete strategy you can use to become a much more informed owner.
It's called the Engine Intelligence Stack. And the most important thing to get here is that this isn't about what you do after your truck breaks. No, it's all about the homework you do before you even think about signing the papers.
All right, here's your playbook, the Engine Intel Stack. It's 6 steps.
1. Before you buy, you're going to search online for that specific engine, plus the words NHTSA complaints and technical service bulletin. 2. You verify what you find on owner forums. See what actual repair stories are out there. 3. This is a big one. You go to the dealership and you question the service department, not the salesperson, about any active TSBs. 4. Once you own the truck, use shorter oil change intervals. 5. Document everything. Check your oil once a month and just snap a quick picture of the dipstick. And 6. If a problem does pop up, you challenge the dealer by asking them directly, is there a TSB for this specific issue? Just knowing to ask that one question can totally change the game.
So, where does that leave us? What's the big takeaway from all this? Look, it's not just about being cynical or angry. It's about fundamentally changing the conversation between the people who buy trucks and the people who sell them.
And this quote just nails it. The information about these known weaknesses, it's already out there. It's in the TSBs, it's on the forums, it just wasn't part of the sales pitch at the dealership. But now it is, because you can bring it into the conversation. You get to shift from just being a customer to being a truly informed consumer.
And this brings us right to the future. Because if you think this is just about gas engines, you're missing the bigger picture. The exact same logic is going to apply to the next wave of trucks. You got to start asking, what's the real-world lifespan of that giant battery? What's it going to cost to replace when that carefully calculated warranty finally expires?
Oh yeah, that conversation about EV reliability and repair costs? It's coming. The whole game of calculated liability and defined warranties isn't going anywhere. But now you know what to look for, and you are absolutely going to be ready for it. Thanks for tuning in.